So, welcome to engineering drawing course. Today we are going to solve one problem on section of solids, right? Section of pyramid. I consider the problem is a hexagonal pyramid of base side 25 mm and axis 55 mm rest on its base on the HP with two base edges perpendicular to VP. It is cut by a plane perpendicular to the VP and inclined at 30 degree to HP, meeting the axis at 20 mm from the vertex. Draw the front view, sectional top view and the true shape of the sections. So this is the question given. Now I want to underline and you need to identify the given parameters clearly, for which some questions to be asked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 questions are very important. First question. What is the object? Object is clearly given as the hexagonal pyramid. And second is dimension. What are the dimensions of this object? Base side is 25 and axis is 55. These are the parameters or dimensions of this pyramid. Object orientation, that is given in the same line. Rest on its base on HB with the two base sides perpendicular to VP. This is the orientation of this object. Two base sides, base edges perpendicular to VP. It is resting on HP. This is the object orientation. Then angle of section plane. It is inclined at 30 degree to VP. So the angle of inclination is 30 degree and the position of section plane. The position of section plane is perpendicular to VP and the meeting the axis at 20 mm from the vertex. Meeting the axis as 20 mm from the vertex. These are the 5 parameters. We need to ask these 5 questions before we start the problem, right? Then we can go with our demonstration. I am going to demonstrate to you with the models already we made for your understanding purpose, right? This is actually the hexagonal pyramid before we cut, right? We can easily draw these projections of the solids, right? Already we know that, right? This is actually the solids, full solids. Now this is actually the cut or section pyramid. So here I cut the solid, previous solid by in this direction. This is I consider one plane. I am going to consider this solid by one plane. The plane is normally, it is for this problem perpendicular to VP and inclined at some degree to some angle of inclination with HP. So I am going to cut the solid. What is the solid? Hexagonal pyramid. Before cut, I will keep in this way. I am going to cut this solid, right? Then some portion is to be removed. Top portion is removed. After removal, I get the object like this. Now our aim is to draw the front view, top view and true shape for this particular solid. That is our question. Here, now I am going to keep the two sides perpendicular to VP in HB. Horizontal plane, I am going to keep the object like this, first position. Now I am going to draw this corresponding top view first. Then corresponding front view. Then after removing some portion, while viewing top view, this portion is the apparent section. It will be seen in the projected top view, right? Then the true shape of the section is projected perpendicular to this particular cutting plane. This is the cutting plane. Perpendicular to this, we are going to draw the projections. That section we call as true shape of the section. So for this particular solid, I am going to draw the 3 views for the sectional view of this pyramid. So first I take this solid, right? Now we can do with the demonstration. After that, now I am going to solve this particular problem for your understanding. So first step is you need to draw the XY reference line, right? First draw the XY reference line, then mark the VB and HB, right? VB and HB principal planes. Now here this is the hexagonal pyramid. Here two base edges are perpendicular to VB. So I am keeping like this. Then we are going to draw the corresponding top view first. This is the step number 1. You need to draw the top view of this hexagonal pyramid, right? Before cut, you consider before cut how it will be looks like. So we are going to draw the top view of the solid. Always it is resting on HP. You can use your template for drawing this particular answer. So I am going to mark the points. So these 6 points, 6 corners points is to be joined legibly, right? By HB pencil, you need to draw thick lines like this, right? And the corner points is to be marked, named like this. I am going to mark this point as B, right? This is Q, R, S, D and U. I need to join with this center point O, right? This is the way we need to join. For pyramid, we need to connect with O. That is the vertex point. Right? So that's I completed the top view. That is the step number 1 is I have completed. This is already you know that for our projection of solids we have done. Now I am going to draw the corresponding front view, for which from this point O I need to draw the axis. For the height is given as 55 mm. For the height 55 mm, I am going to mark this. This is my point O dash, apex point. Now draw the corresponding projections to the XY reference line. So here you need to mark the points. Now the B is visible here, so I will mark this point as B dash. U is not visible, so I will put in bracket. And here Q is visible in this particular point, D is not visible. And R is visible in this point and S is not visible. So now we need to join this O dash with this corner point, right? We need to join by thicker line. Then this point also need to be joined. Now we are coming to this point. While viewing in this direction, B, Q, R are visible. So the QO is also visible. So we can draw over that axis line. We need to draw thick line. Now here over this axis line we need to draw. Now I completed this step number 2. This is the step number 2. Now I am going to apply this the inclination cutting plane. How we are going to draw the cutting plane? For which you have to use this formula: angle of section plane, position of section plane. Position of section plane is 20 mm from the vertex. So from this particular point, I am going to mark one point on the axis line and draw the 30 degree, right, to HB. You need to draw one 30 degree line like this. This is my section plane. This is my section plane. So after drawing this section line, I will draw this thick line and one dot. After draw this line, one small line and one thick line. One small line and thick line on both sides. Now I am going to mark this arrowhead like this. Now we can represent as this is as SP. What is SP? Section plane. This is a section plane. Above this section plane, these portions are lighter. You need to keep, because we remove this particular top area. Because we are cutting in this way, we are removing the top portions. So this bottom portion only remaining. So remaining solid only you need to draw in a thicker way, right? By HB pencil, right? By HB pencils. Above this solid, these portions are written. Now I am going to mark the cutting points on this plane. Now on the cutting plane, I am going to mark the points because this cutting point. Here we have the two edges, so I will mark it as one point as 1 dash, and here I am coming to the point number 2 dash. Here we have 3 dash. Similarly, this is because this is the hexagon, right? Here first point, second point, third point, fourth point, fifth point, sixth point. So these cutting points. First point I marked here. This is the first point for this solid 1 dash. This is the second point 2 dash. This is the 3 dash. Now behind that we have another point. That point I am going to mark here 4 dash. Behind this point 2 dash we have another one edge. This longer edge here. So I will mark it as this point as 5 dash, and we have another point behind this 1 dash. So I will mark it as 6 dash. So we have the 6 cutting points. You can able to see here. First point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These 6 points are marked in this same single line. Right? These are the cutting points. We marked the cutting points. Now we want to draw this project, these cutting points to the top view. Then only we can get the corresponding sectional top view. From 1 dash, 2 dash, 6 dash, we are going to draw one vertical line. It will cut this. It will cut the points here. In OB line at this point, I will mark it as 1, 1. This point is I marked as 1. Then 6. This point I marked as 6. So 2 cutting points we marked here. Then draw the another vertical line from 3 dash and 4 dash. You need to draw the another line like this. Now I am going to mark the points here. This point is going to be 3 and this point is 4. So 4 points marked. 1 point is on the line, on the axis line also. Axis line and this slant edges coming in same point. So for this case you need to draw one horizontal line, and it will means this slant edge at some point. Then draw the vertical line from here. Draw the vertical line and draw one horizontal line from this O point. Take this point as the center. By using compass, you need to draw one arc like this. Semicircle. You need to draw one semicircle by using compass for this distance. Now I am going to mark this point as 5. This point as 2. So I got the points. All the points I marked. This is the point number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All 6 points I am going to now top. So interior positions are not needed because we are going to remove. So I am going to join these 6 points by straight line. So 1 to 2, I am going to draw this line as 1 to 2 and 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 1. I drawn this way, right? This is the actual sectional top view. Only section area I marked as this yellow color. Now I want to draw the hatching lines. That is the inclined line drawn as 45 degree. So first line equally spacing. You can leave some spacing, equal spacing between them. Then we can hatch like this. So this is the hatching line. Only this cut portion is visible here. So remaining thing you need to have this dark. This line is also visible. So now I completed this step number 1, 2, and again we come into this is the step number again 3. So we have completed the 3 steps. Only remaining is true shape of the section. How we are going to draw the true shape? So parallel to SP, draw one parallel line. Parallel to SP, you need to draw one parallel line above this point O dash. I need to draw like this, one parallel line to this section plane. Now I am going to draw one perpendicular line from all these points. Perpendicular to this. So 90 degree line. Perpendicular means 90 degree line. You need to draw this 90 degree line from all these cutting points, whatever we marked in section plane. Now I am going to transfer these cutting points in the top view to this view. We will get the true shape of this section. You can measure the distance from XY up to the distance this B, right? XY to B, that distance is to be marked in this particular line. So we will get this point. This is my point. I call this 1, 1. This. Sorry. From this cutting point, first point is I will mark, not B. Up to this, from XY to point 1, we need to measure, and we can mark here. This is my 1, 1. Similarly, 2, 1. This is the point 2, 1. And we get the point 3, 1. Then 4, 1. We will get here the point number 4, 1. And we get the 5, 1. And we get another point 6, 1 here. So all these 6 points we need to connect. So by thick line, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6. So all these points we need to draw like this. We got one cross section. Like this section is we call true shape of the section. Now I am going to draw the 45-degree line for this again, for indicating the true shape of the section. This indicates the true shape of the section. This completes the step number 4. I am going to write the name of this view is true shape. True shape of section. This is important, right? Step number 2 is what? This is nothing but front view. This view is, I call this what? Front view, right? Front view. This view I call this what? Sectional top view. Sectional top view. So I have completed this particular problem. Quick rewind. First step, you need to draw the top view by keeping two edges parallel to XY. Then we are going to draw the corresponding front view, and you need to mark all these points, base points. Then you draw this section plane. SP is nothing but was your section plane. Section plane is to be marked on this line based on this angle of section plane and position of section plane. Now we are going to mark these all 6 points on this section plane. Then project these cutting points to the top view. Then we get this all 1 to 6 points. We need to join these hatching lines for 45 degree. Then get your sectional top view. In order to get true shape, draw one parallel line. This parallel line is the another reference line. I call this X1 Y1, new reference line. From X1 Y1 we need to mark all these points. These data we get from the top view from XY distance. You measure and transfer here. You got all 6 points. We need to join all 6 points. We get this true shape of the section. Thus we complete this problem for your demonstration and understanding. Thank you. Thanks for watching this video. So